What's going on, YouTube, man? I have a question for you guys. And this is not me picking on anybody, whatever. This is from personal experience. So I just want to get your honest opinion, being that, and this video happens to talk about American workers. Now, let me tell you why I brought this up. Now, the very first day when we started the investment group, me and the guys were down there setting up and everything, and there was these guys down the way who were Israeli workers. So we were coming over and they was asking, hey, how's it going? Because this product that we're selling is a product that the Israelis commonly sell. So we're sitting there shooting the breeze, and this guy, one of the guys we hired, has worked with a lot of Israelis. So they were making this joke. They was joking back and forth, and this girl made a comment. She said, he said, I'm sure we're going to beat your sales. She said, you'll never beat my sales. You're an American. And I was taken back like, whoa, where are you going with that? She said, Americans just play around. They just joke all the time. They don't work. So then it gets better. So we bring down the trainer, and, you know, we're talking to the trainer. We're going to bring the trainer on board. And one of my friends said, whatever you do, don't tell her you're American. I'm like, whoa. Like, whoa, why shouldn't I tell her I'm an American? He said, because foreigners don't think well of Americans. Now, some of you may be thinking like, oh, because of the war with Afghanistan and Iraq and stuff like that. No. Most foreigners see Americans as lazy people. But we're a superpower. We're one of the most powerful countries in the world. Our citizens don't complain about the economy and, you know, and things like that, and whine and talk about we don't have jobs. Not Americans. Never. Right? So my friend said, he's from Belize, by the way. He's an American citizen now. But he said, let me give you an example, man. He said, I got a guy, I'm a supervisor, but I got a guy that's not under me, but if something came down and the decision had to be made, I would make the decision. He said, let me give you this guy's day when he comes to work. He said the first thing he does before he comes to work, he go gets his coffee, he chats with people. He said he wastes about the first hour at work. Then, when he gets logged on his computer, he'll log into Instant Messenger, and his wife has Instant Messenger, her job, and they'll sit there and they'll chat, and he'll do his work or whatever the whole time he's at work. Then, he'll get on the phone, he'll text his daughter about 40 times a day, you know. He'll pick up the phone and call his wife. No, you need to go in this direction and that direction and this direction and that direction. And because I'm looking down the paper because I wrote a couple of these things down. And he said a guy get out of his chair like 10 to 15 times a day. And then I asked myself, you know, I was talking to my wife about it. And she said, oh, people have done that at her job before too. So I'm just like, is this the American way of doing jobs? Like, are we to blame why certain businesses left and said, you know what, I'm tired of dealing with these spoiled bastards and I want to go and get my own. I'm going to take my business to another country where I can pay people less money and they'll work harder. So I'm going to raise the question to you guys. Are Americans hard workers? Now, I would be naive if I said that all Americans fell into this category, because I know there are some hard workers out there, guys who wake up in the morning and gals who wake up in the morning early. They write their plan, they exercise, they go to work. They don't have time for chatter because it's all about performance with them. You know, they come there and work and things like this. Because I'm looking at, because this trainer, right, that we had brought on to, you know, to motivate the guys. As soon as the trainer left, we saw definitely the productivity like decline. So now we're bringing the trainer on as the manager. And by the way, she's Israeli also. And we're going to keep her to make sure that she makes sure that these guys stay motivated. So let me ask you guys the question. Are you guys the one that are doing this too? Are you one to kind of waste 3 hours? Or is this the American way? Is this the way we should be? We shouldn't take work so seriously, even though you're getting paid, you know, $15, $20 per hour. So are you actually getting paid to drink coffee and socialize with people, the thing, and text all day? Is that part of the pay also? I'm just trying to get some clarity, guys. So let's start a debate about it, and let's see. Until next time.